Hi there everybody, Ricky Tang here. I've recently been asked a question about how the pit lane speed limiter works. So I'm just going to give you a little demo on how to activate it on the bike at a standstill, and then when it's daylight I'll show you how it actually works in practice. But I'll give you a little bit of an idea of how it works here. So first of all, I need to enable the pit lane speed limiter. So I'm hitting info down here, just cycling through until I get to the setup menu. Hold down the info button at the bottom of this rocker to enter it. There we go. Not setup equipment, but pressing down again on info, get to setup racetrack. Hold info down to enter that menu. So a lot of this stuff is about lap timing. I'm not interested in lap timing, just the limiter. Let's just cycle through until I get to the limiter. There you are. Set up race pit limit off. So I'm going to hold down the info button to get off flashing. Now at this point you can either go up or down on this rocker, so I'm going to go up and press trip. You'll see what happens there. It sets the rev limit. This is RPMs, sets that to 3,500 RPM. So what happens really is you're not setting a speed limit as such. You're setting a rev limit that it hits in first gear. So what happens is you're about to pull away from the pits to get out on the track, and pull the clutch in, you engage first gear, you then push and hold the start button. Engine's already running, it's not going to start again, but what that will do is enable the pit limit option. So hold that down while you let the clutch out, you pull away. And then when the revs hit 3,500 RPM or whatever you set it to, it will hold it there until you let the button go, and it'll start accelerating. Now, word of caution, if you've pulled away with the limiter active and you've been holding that button in, when you let that button go, you better not be at full throttle, because probably even in road mode, you'll probably flip it. So hold the throttle just a little bit higher perhaps than what you needed to hit this limit. Anyway, hold trip, and what you'll see, bearing in mind it's flashing, is it'll keep going up in 100 rev increments. And what I'll do, I'll just keep pushing it. That's going to happen all the way up to 8,000 RPM. And then when I get to 8,000, push one more on the trip button, and it goes back to off again. So anywhere between 3,500 RPM and 8,000 RPM is what you can do with the limit. Unfortunately, you need to suss out, you need to understand what speed you're achieving at the set revs that you want to use. So unfortunately, it's not a speed limit, you've got to set an RPM, and you need to understand what that equates to in terms of speed on your bike. So what I'll do for practice purposes when I next ride the bike is I'll set it to, I don't know, 4,000 RPM. Oh, 4,000. So at 4,000, I'll hold down info. You see it's now steady, it stopped flashing. And then I'll get out of the menu. Exit, hold down info, get out there. And then trip. Oh, come round all the way down to exit, hold it down again. And there we are. So thanks for watching me on part 1 of this video. Part 2 is when I get out and do a bit of riding. So let's test the pit lane speed limiter. I might have to abandon this if I notice a car appearing behind me, but currently the road is clear. So the trick is, I'm in first gear. I'm going to hold down the start button. Obviously the bike doesn't try to start. Did you hear that? At a standstill with the clutch in, it's holding that 4,000 RPM. Oh, there's a car behind me. So I'm going to pull away, hold the button in, Still holding the button in. So you can hear that. You also can see the white rev counter light coming on, or the rev limit light coming on. Let go. Excellent. And also, as I understand it, if you're going faster than 4,000 RPM in first, and then you press the button, it'll slow you down to the preset rev limit. I might try that a little later on. Oh, actually, hold on. There's no one behind me. So I'm at 5,000 RPM. Oh yeah, there you go. I was at 5,000 RPM. I pressed the button, and then the limiter came in. Right, so that's that sorted. Sounds sexy. As you recall, my pit limiter is currently set to 4,000 RPM, so first gear, we'll find out what that speed is. Right, that's 28 miles an hour, going between 27 and 28. Goes up in 100 RPM increments. So I was at 4,000. I'm just setting it to 5,000 to test that out. Right, no one behind me. First gear. Okay, 34, 35, 36, 35. Woo! So you saw what happens then if your throttle's a bit too wide open when you let it go. You do have to be very cautious. I'll try one more. I'll try 6,000 RPM. Oh, gravel. Woo, that's 40 miles an hour there. But I need to concentrate on riding now, so that's the end of my experiments. So thanks for hanging out with me on my pit lane limiter experience. See you again in another video.